Have you ever had a dream so vivid that even after waking up, it lingered in your mind like a half-forgotten memory? Maybe it was a place you felt like you had been before, but couldn't place. Maybe the people in it were familiar, but not quite right. Or maybe the whole dream felt like it was leading to something important, but you woke up before you could find out what. This is the essence of Dreamcore. It's an aesthetic built around surreal, dreamlike imagery. A world where logic bends, time loops, and reality feels just a little too fragile. At first glance, Dreamcore might seem similar to Weirdcore or liminal spaces, but it has its own unique identity, one that captures the strange, sometimes unsettling, but often beautiful nature of dreams themselves. In this video, we're diving deep into the world of Dreamcore. Where did it come from? What are its defining characteristics? And why does it feel so eerily familiar, even when we've never seen it before? Welcome to Concept Explained, Dreamcore. Dreamcore is an internet aesthetic that revolves around the feeling of being inside a dream. Not necessarily a nightmare, but not always a pleasant dream either. It's that space between comfort and unease, where reality starts to unravel in quiet, surreal ways. Unlike Weirdcore, which leans into distortion and eerie artificiality, Dreamcore tends to have a more fluid, immersive quality. It often feels like you've stepped into a vast, endless world, one where familiar places exist, but they don't follow normal rules. Dreamcore emerged from the same online spaces as Weirdcore and liminal space aesthetics, gaining traction in the late 2010s and early 2020s. Platforms like TikTok and YouTube played a huge role in shaping its identity, with creators using music, visuals, and cryptic storytelling to craft entire dreamlike experiences. But Dreamcore isn't just an aesthetic, it's a feeling, and that feeling is what makes it so compelling. Dreamcore is heavily defined by its atmosphere, one that captures the surreal logic of dreams. A key visual aspect of Dreamcore is disjointed, dreamlike environments. The spaces it depicts often feel vast, empty, or strangely proportioned. Think of a never-ending hallway with doors that lead to nowhere, an abandoned mall bathed in unnatural lighting, or a winding road that loops back on itself endlessly. Then there's the characters, or sometimes the lack of them. If people do appear in Dreamcore imagery, they're often faceless, blurred, or somehow wrong. They might stare blankly, stand in impossible positions, or speak in words that don't make sense. These figures feel familiar, yet distant, like background characters in a dream that you can't quite interact with. Text also plays a role, but in a more abstract way than Weirdcore. While Weirdcore uses short, cryptic phrases, Dreamcore often leans into poetic, fragmented dialogue. Things you might hear in a dream, but forget as soon as you wake up. Lines like, "You were supposed to find me," or "This isn't the right version of you," create a sense of mystery as if there's a deeper meaning just out of reach. And of course, there's the sound design. Many Dreamcore edits and videos rely on ethereal, atmospheric music, soft melodies, reverb-heavy voices, or sounds that feel like echoes from another world. It's an aesthetic that's meant to be experienced, not just seen. Dreamcore exists across multiple mediums, but some of the most recognizable forms are videos, edits, and storytelling projects. Unlike Weirdcore, which is more image-based, Dreamcore thrives in motion. It often takes the form of short, cryptic video compilations, surreal animations, distorted landscapes, and layered audio that create an immersive, dreamlike experience. TikTok has played a major role in spreading Dreamcore content. Many users create short clips that feel like glimpses into someone else's dream, walking through endless hallways, hearing distant voices, or floating through surreal landscapes. These videos often use strange, nostalgic, or ambient music, reinforcing the idea that you're stepping into another reality. Some video games also capture the Dreamcore aesthetic, intentionally or not. Titles like LSD, Dream Emulator, and Dreamcore create the same fragmented, wandering experience, where exploration feels less like solving a puzzle and more like unraveling a dream. Dreamcore, as the name suggests, is built entirely around the aesthetic, immersing players in a surreal, often unsettling world where logic bends, reality shifts, and familiar spaces become unrecognizable. It embodies the feeling of a dream that's just on the edge of turning into a nightmare, but never fully does. And much like Weirdcore, Dreamcore has built its own online subculture. Communities speculate about the meanings behind certain images, create lore around recurring themes, and even document their own dreams as inspiration. Some projects go even further, crafting interactive dream archives or experimental web pages designed to simulate the experience of navigating an abstract, subconscious world. It's a highly interpretive aesthetic, one that invites people to find their own meaning within it. What makes Dreamcore so fascinating is how deeply personal it feels. Unlike more defined aesthetics, Dreamcore doesn't tell you what it means. It simply presents an idea, a moment, or a feeling, and lets your mind do the rest. One of the most common interpretations of Dreamcore is that it represents the subconscious mind, a reflection of thoughts, memories, and emotions that don't quite make sense in waking life. Just like real dreams, Dreamcore imagery can feel important, symbolic, or even revelatory, but at the same time, completely nonsensical. There's also a strong connection between Dreamcore and nostalgia, but not in a traditional sense. Rather than longing for a specific time or place, Dreamcore taps into the feeling of a memory you can't quite remember. It's about the impression of the past, not the past itself. Some interpretations also lean into the idea that Dreamcore represents alternate realities, glimpses of places that exist just outside our understanding. Cryptic text, strange landscapes, and eerie familiarity of Dreamcore all contribute to the idea these dreams are trying to tell us something. We just don't know what. And of course, there's the idea that Dreamcore is simply a form of artistic escapism. It's a way to explore surreal, impossible worlds, to visualize emotions that can't be put into words, or to create an atmosphere that feels like stepping into someone else's dreams. Dreamcore is part of a larger cultural shift toward abstract, experience-based aesthetics. Unlike traditional forms of digital art, which often aim for realism or coherence, Dreamcore embraces ambiguity. It's about feeling rather than explaining. It also highlights how the internet has changed in the way we perceive nostalgia, dreams, and memory. Many Dreamcore images and videos feel like they could be pulled from a lost VHS tape, an old website, or a childhood dream, but they're entirely artificial. They don't come from real memories, but they still evoke something deeply familiar. And perhaps that's the true power of Dreamcore. It's not just about dreams, but about the blurred line between what is real and what is remembered. Dreamcore is an aesthetic that captures the strange, fleeting nature of dreams. It blends nostalgia, surrealism, and subconscious imagery into something that feels both personal and universal. It doesn't follow rules, and it doesn't need to be explained. Like a dream, its meaning shifts depending on who experiences it. For some, it's comforting. For others, it's unsettling. But no matter how you interpret it, Dreamcore is proof that sometimes the most powerful feelings come from the things we don't fully understand. So, what does Dreamcore mean to you? Does it remind you of your own dreams? Have you ever had a dream that felt like a Dreamcore video? Let me know in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching.